Good afternoon. We are from Nguyễn Thiện Thành High School for the Gifted, and I'm Hoàng An, and these are my teammates.
Hi, I'm Mai. Hi, I'm Huỳnh Vi.
And today is our honor to be here discussing about the relationship between Vietnam and the US over 25 years. And thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you for your introduction. All right. 5 minutes to your speech. Good luck.
Today we're delivering a speech on the trade relationship between the Vietnam and US over 25 years. This is a topic that we are so eager to talk about because, as do most Vietnamese people, our team loves US products. In fact, my favorite type of face cleanser comes from CeraVe, a reputable US cosmetic brand. And in fact, I love it so much I bring it with me everywhere.
So when it comes to soft drink, Coca-Cola, which originated from the US, is an all-time favorite drink here. It must have in almost every Vietnamese family during special occasions.
Our interest in US products has sparked us the desire to learn more about the bilateral trade relationship between Vietnam and US, and which will result in today's presentation. In our presentation, we'll be going through some historical background as well as some trade advancement that Vietnam and the US have achieved so far. Then we'll be giving our predictions and some recommendations on how to further strengthening this relationship.
So when did it all started? After US President Bill Clinton announced their normalization of relations with Vietnam, some key trade agreements and frameworks were made, such as the bilateral trade agreement, which went into effect in December 2001. 6 years later, we have the US-Vietnam Trade and Investment Framework and Agreement.
So after 25 years, what have the relationship between Vietnam and the US in terms of trade achieved? Well, in terms of imports and exports, Vietnam ranked number 10 among the top US trading partners. And for several years, Vietnam has been the US fastest growing export market, while the US has been Vietnam's largest export market.
Regarding investment, by the end of 2019, the total registered investment coming from US businesses in Vietnam was more than 11 billion USD, which ranked 11 among countries and territories with investment projects in Vietnam. And also, there are many multi-international companies that have foothold in Vietnam for over 2 decades. So now we're going to talk about some of our recommendations on how to even further strengthen this trade relationship between the US and Vietnam. So a problem that engaged our interest is that the current inadequacy of international payment method between the two countries. Purchasing local goods from the counterpart country is still met with such difficulty because the lack of prevalence of international e-payment methods such as a Visa card or a MasterCard. And so the majority of the Vietnamese population nowadays refuse to use these kinds of international payment methods because they regard the registering process as complicated. And so instead they would opt for purchasing US goods through third-party exports or through retailers, which would be more costly and less safe than if they were to buy the products themselves through using a Visa card. So therefore, we came to the realization that this issue must be addressed with a view to strengthening the bilateral trade between the two countries. And here are some of our recommendations.
So first and foremost, commitment is necessary from both parties. It is imperative that the two governments, the banks, the car companies, and the businesses work together on a solution. So first, both Vietnamese and American governments should encourage banks and enterprises to simplify and synchronize their means of payments with one another so they can make payment friendlier and more accessible to everyone. Second, the Vietnamese government should attempt to attract more US investment in the e-commerce fields by improving safety, offering more guarantees, and bettering the standards of products. And lastly, it is Vietnam also would like to receive more support from the US in the e-commerce field, especially the e-payments. For business customers can easily approach a greater variety of high-quality products and services from the US.
Another way of popularizing international e-payment methods is by promotion. And one of the ways we can promote international e-payment methods is by organizing workshops that inform its participants about the benefits of these kind of international payment methods, such as using a Visa card or a MasterCard. And another way is by letting the youth.
All right. I thank you for the speech. Now I'd like to invite the judges to ask questions to the team.
Okay, I just wanted to thank you all for that wonderful speech. And so my first question is going to be, what role should the Vietnamese youth play in strengthening U.S.-Vietnam commercial relations?
All right, you will have 2 minutes to prepare your answer. Time's up. I invite you to answer the question. Are you muted?
Sorry. So first of all, also would like to thank you for your wonderful question. And now, some of the ways that the youth can contribute to strengthening the bilateral trade between the two countries is, as I have just mentioned, is by organizing workshops, and the youth will participate in these workshops, and they will be informed about the benefits of using international e-payment methods, such as using a Visa card or a MasterCard.
And secondly, the youth can be the most eager and flexible that can quickly acquire and adapt to new methods. So they are responsible for passing on the new methods that can help promote the trade between the two countries.
For example, can be the pioneer in adapting new technologies, and then we will inform the people around us, or teaching them how to adapt new equipment and organizing workshops. Because the role of the youth is really vital, so by utilizing the strength of the youth, we believe that the mentioned success in the U.S.-Vietnam trade partnership will have the potential to go even further and promises an even brighter future ahead. Thanks to the contribution of the youth.
That is the end of our answer.
All right. I thank you for the answer. Next, I would like to invite another questions from the judges.
Okay, I have a question for you guys. Beside e-commerce, what are the fields that Vietnam and the United States should focus more on to cooperate and to develop and strengthen our relationship even more?
All right. You will now have 2 minutes to think through your answer. Okay, time's up. Let's see your answers.
Well, I want to thank you for your questions. So, apart besides e-commerce, we can meet conflict supply and demands of customers in order to promote trade relationship between the two countries. So, due to cultural differences, contrast lifestyles and living standards, the demands of Vietnamese and American customer can be conflict. One measure of this is that enterprises of both sides investigating into the artist trade market with a view to adjusting future products in terms of various demands from different like cultural regions, climatic conditions, and more. Another measure is that Vietnamese businesses need to go global in order to attract more clients and diversify their goods, as well as enhance international trade, which can be helpful to reinforcing commercial ties with the U.S. And that's the end of our answer.
So there are two measures that can be done to improve the relationship.
Yeah.
Yes, but my question is, what are the other fields that we can cooperate besides e-commerce?
Okay. Now, this is awkward, but I have to ask the team. I have to ask other teams to ask questions as well.
We have a question.
We have a question too. Hùng Vương High School for the Gifted.
I'm sorry, but Nguyen Chai raised their voice first.
Okay, so then, okay, thank you. We have a question for you. For the previous part, you've mentioned synchronizing payment as a policy that should be adopted by both countries. Could you be more specific about how to achieve this? And also, will it bring any difficulties? Thank you.
Okay, you will have 2 minutes to think through the answer. That's the answer preparation time. Let's see your answers.
Okay, so first of all, we also would like to thank you for your question. And now I will mention some of the challenges of synchronizing payment to two countries. And so first of all is the currency conversion. There are a lot of banks in Vietnam, and the currency conversion in Vietnam, in all of these banks are different. And I think that the government needs to find a way for these banks to have an equal conversion rate. And furthermore, a way to synchronize payment is by using, as I have just mentioned in my speech, international e-payment methods, such as using a Visa card or a MasterCard. And
Okay, thank you for your answer. Okay, that concludes all speeches of all 4 teams. Now, to have the most accurate as well as true judgment by the judges, the judging panel will temporarily leave this room chat and proceed to have a private meeting. This meeting will have judges look through all your speeches and figuring out who deserves to be the winner in this round. The technician will invite the judging panel, the judges, into a private room. I would like to invite all the judges to accept that invitation, which should be sent to you right now. In the meantime, I would like to invite the teams as well as the audience to have a little break. We will return to the competition in around 20 minutes, which should be 3:43. During the break, we will again watch another video summarizing the journey we have had so far in this competition.